Hey everyone, welcome back to Graphic Fan Mail. Hope you're having a good day, or whatever time frame it might be wherever you're at. You know, what time is it there? Maybe feel free to leave a comment in the sections below. I don't know. If you've got fun time zones, I don't. Anyway, so recently one of my latest obsessions on YouTube has been watching keyboarders. I don't know what you'd call them exactly, but people who build really fun, custom mechanical keyboards. And so I decided I would pay homage to the one who got me into this hobby, not hobby, but YouTube spree in the first place. Who is that, you might ask? Well, it would be none other than Squashy Boy. Squashy Boy is, well, the first creator I saw who specializes in making all kinds of different keyboards. And also, again, one of those things that I don't know why got a weird affinity for, but I really love people who are funny, and this guy, he could tell some pretty good jokes. So, you know, if you want to hear some, maybe check out his channel. I don't know, just give it a thought. Here's a suggestion. Check out a few clips. Right now is a little bit of a B-roll from one of his most recent films. I hope you guys enjoy it. Here, let's take a look. Can't tell me that doesn't look nice. But one of the other things that's gotten me into keyboards recently is a little bit of keyboard ASMR, if you will. What's that, you might ask? Well, simple. At the very end of most keyboard videos, whether it be Squashy Boy or anyone else, they'll give a little demonstration kind of like this, and it just sounds amazing. Come on, can't tell me that isn't great. So anyway, I set out to try and make Squashy Boy some stuff, and as you might know, or maybe you don't know, one of the things that I have strived to do is to make it into YouTubers' merch stores. However, I might have flubbed it a little bit on this one, because while I was doing a little bit of research for this video, I found out I missed a video. It was a kind of sad one too, so unfortunately, Squashy Boy doesn't want merch. I just looked and this video showed up.
If you've been on this channel for long enough, you know that I never wanted to create a Patreon, and I also never wanted to make cheap merch and sell them at a higher price because my name is slapped on it just to get the extra revenue, because I don't think it's right. It's not nice to do that.
I spent all that time making stuff for you, man. So anyway, regardless, you know, I'm not going to let all the footage I made go to waste, and so who cares? It'll just be the standard fan mail. Sure, he might not have a merch store, but we're going to hope for the best and, you know, give it our best shot, see if he likes it anyway. So here we go. Alright, kicking things off, I decided to take Squashy Boy's keyboard that he made in his most recent video, The Gentleman, the one that was featured, and use that as a bit of a layout for the color and style. I went ahead and just spent a bit of time making sure I can get just about every key into an approximate place where it looks symmetrical and rhythmic, if you will. I'm not sure what you would want to call it. Just make it looking nice and organized. It's not exactly one-to-one with a keyboard, but it definitely looks good enough. Then I tried to pick actual colors from the keyboard itself, ones that were more representative of the colors they're supposed to be. After that, I went in and fixed a few little mistakes that I had, because, you know, copying and pasting isn't exactly a scientific art, and sometimes you gotta, you know, flub with a bit. I was trying to find a certain font that might match Squashy Boy's aesthetic a little bit, and frankly speaking, I realized afterwards that he has everything in all caps, and I had to kind of start over. It was kind of hard getting everything to be just right, because part of the problem is with this, in typography, there's a thing called kerning, and it's hard to get the kerning just right where you can keep it, so I had to stick with individual letters just to make sure it was good. And since there's a Q, which is one of the evilest letters in the entire alphabet, I had to find a way to make sure that fit without looking too obtuse, so I technically did squeeze that one down a bit. Anyway, after that I decided to finish up with a little bit of highlights on some of the keycaps, try and make it look just a little bit better, so they're nice and shiny. Put that on the golden buttons. And then get a nice little bit of a dark shade on the bottom as well. I think I tried putting the dark shade on all of the keycaps as well. I thought, hey, you know, maybe give it a little bit of dimension, some depth, see how it looks. And yeah, no, it didn't look good. So I pretty much squashed that right after that. A good old waste of time, you know. A few things better than that. So after that, just decided to put some more on the other golden buttons. And then there we have it. Look at that. A nice little Squashy boy keyboard. Pretty plain, pretty simple, but still looks good. The next one, however, I think looks a little bit better. I actually took that picture with my own keyboard, the one that sits in front of me as we speak. And I decided to try and, you know, just try and make it look a little bit more three-dimensional, but still in that same simplistic style. This is something that I just thought about. I'm not sure how much you can actually do when it comes to keyboards and trying to make it look nice. So I'm doing my best here. I spent too long trying to get the name to fit just right on there before I remembered how to actually do it correctly within the Photoshop type worlds. Well, this is Illustrator, but still. I was trying to do it manually, and oh boy, did I have trouble. I got the Squashy to look good, and then I was struggling with boy for a while, and eventually I gave up and I looked up a tutorial because I was like, I couldn't remember how to do it. I knew there's a way to actually just move the letters themselves, and then eventually I was like, oh, I just straight up had to click, I think it's E, had one button to click, and it fixed everything. So yeah, I spent way too long doing that. Anyway, so we got this Squashy boy looking spacebar thing. Then, just as a little bit of an Easter egg, I decided I would throw in a thok right here, which is the sound that a lot of people love when they get a really good sounding keyboard. In the community, they call it thok. Just makes a nice thok sound when the keys hit. Again, throw back to that keyboard ASMR. Anyway, so I went ahead and put Thok Lord in there just because I feel like he might appreciate it. And there's our finished product. So, again, Squashy boy, if you see it and you like it, you can have them. I don't think you'll open a merch store anytime soon, but if you do, you've got artwork ready for you. Otherwise, I hope you guys all have a fantastic rest of your night. And once again, take care everyone. I'll see you in the next one.